Hey, how you doing?
What's up, Mike?
Good to see you.
You too, man. Trying to
L-
frame myself up here.
I understand. I understand all the way.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love I love that hat.
Thank you, man. Let me see what we're doing here. Got to get me framed up. Ah,
Got you.
yeah, man.
Yes,
Let's see.
sir.
The hat fits in the frame too.
I love it. I love how the hat fits in the front. I probably should have decided. I probably should have wore one too, but I was like, nah, it's cool. I'm gonna just tough it out for a little bit. Things happen
Yeah, yeah. I see. Everybody's giving you a pass on the cut. You know what I mean?
all the way. And
Yeah, and I
since
got all this happening. This
yeah,
actually
I
worked
feel
out.
you.
It actually worked out kind of natural. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the legendary comedian himself, Mr. Tommy Davidson, on the Chris Gunther Show. Tommy, how you doing?
Really good, really good. Things are good under the crazy circumstances. But
Very crazy.
very crazy. But I'm here. I'm here, and the future is bright. I feel.
Yes. And let's hit on these crazy things going on right now. This country is in turmoil due to the killing of George Floyd. What message do you want to give to the people basically about hope and just keep on keeping on?
That there ain't nothing wrong. You know, it's kind of like you know a psychological attack on us, on Black folks, just to kind of get us to forget that we ran the White House for 8 years,
Uh-huh.
and I think that kind of scared them. So they did a psychological move on us real quick. They were like, "I tell you what, the worst white man we got is better than the best black man you got," just to kind of throw us off. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and the rest is just the natural part of anything that's going to happen when you dig up Godzilla. You know, everybody
Yes.
know what's going to happen if you let Godzilla in the city, right? So
Yes.
just change Godzilla to the big monster car racism. Everybody knows what's going to happen if it makes its way to the city.
Yes.
Yeah, little kid know that.
What advice would you give to those young black folks like myself and even other races that are out here protesting, that are trying to get their voice heard? Like, what advice would you give to them?
Just keep on doing what you're doing, but make sure that your central focus is on your success, on your communal and individual success. Don't let
Yes.
this thing stop you from your own individual progress and your communal success. You know,
Yes.
in other words, in other words, there's been some things that held us down, but now it looks like things are finally coming around. I know we got a long, long way to go, and where we end up, I don't know. We
Yes.
can't let nothing hold us back. We gotta get our stuff together. We gotta polish up our act, yeah. If you ever been healed down before, I can't breathe. I know that you refuse to be held down anymore. Oh, don't you
Yes.
let nothing stand in your way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I want y'all to listen. Hear me what I say. Hear me what I say. Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the
On
move,
the move.
right?
It is. That's one of my
Ain't
mom's
no
favorite
stopping us
songs.
now. We got the group. No stopping.
I love it. Speaking about no stopping us now, you've had such a legendary career, such an iconic career. Take me back. Like, what made you decide to even get into comedy?
My friend Howard. He just kept pressing me and pressing me. I told him I got a new job at the Ramada Inn as an assistant chef. And he said, you the stupidest person I ever met. I was like, what are you talking about?
Well, dang.
Yeah, I was like, he said, because you throwing a whole career away. He said, if I had what you had, I've been out in Hollywood, getting in movies, doing comedy. You could do anything you want with that talent you got.
Yeah.
You crazy. And I was like, man, get out my face. You just mad you ain't got no job. So he worked at the worst strip club in DC. So he kept pressing me to come down and get on stage down there. I'm like, I ain't going to that trifling ass place. He said the manager said you can go on for 5 minutes. So finally, after about 3 months, I finally went down there, and the manager looked at me. He was like, this him? And my friend was like, yeah, that's him. He's like, you got 5 minutes. And then I turned to Howard. I was like, what am I supposed to do? he said, he said, I don't care what you do.
Yes.
Just open your mouth. And I swear, from the first thing I said, people laughed. I ain't stopped, and now I'm here on this with you.
You said that you haven't stopped. When you first started compared to where you're at now, what advice would you give that young man that was just now starting out doing his comedy?
Um, do whatever you got to complete your goal, and continue to do that. Like the founding of this country, right?
Yes.
Yeah, kill the Indians and get some black folks to pick all the tobacco and cut the sugar cane and cotton, and we in.
Mm-hmm.
And it worked. Why not us?
Why not us? That's a very interesting perspective. I never thought about that. And you've definitely done so much in your career, like the iconic sketch comedy show In Living Color. How did you even become a part of that?
That was one of those things that just came from being in the right place at the right time and doing the right things. It's not who you know, it's what you do and who you meet in the process. And
Yes.
people be like, yeah, man, it's who you know, man. It's who you know. No, it's what you do and who you meet in the process. You know? And I had met Keenan Ivory Wayans at one of the comedy clubs when I first came to LA. I was at his premiere of his movie, I'm Gonna Get You Sucker.
Yes.
And I had done Partners in Crime with Robert Townsend that he produced. So when he came to me and was like, I got a show, I would like you to be on it. That was because of that. I was ready.
What was it like being on In Living Color, especially during that critical point in the 90s when it seemed as if there wasn't any sketch comedy for our people?
You can consider us the X-Men. You know, Keenan came in as Xavier, took all the mutants, put them into the war room. We worked our stuff out, got in the black stealth jet, which was Fox,
Yes.
and brought the storm.
Brought the storm, so many iconic people, you, the Wayne's family, Jamie Foxx, and so many more. Who
Mm-hmm.
would you say that you had the most fun working with on that show?
Jim Carrey. That's my buddy. We was
The
buddies
legend.
before. Yeah, we was buddies before the show. Worked together at the Comedy Store, and we always knew if we were able to combine our our super strengths,
Yes.
that it was going to be over. So when I walked in and saw he had the show, and he looked at me and saw I had the show, we was like, "Woo! It's over!" You know what I mean? We're like, "That's done." That's like Michael Jordan walking in and finding out Kobe's on his squad,
Yeah.
and LeBron's on his squad. It's like, now what?
Yeah. Who would you say out of like all of the people that you worked with that were there, outside of yourself, who was the
Mm-hmm.
funniest?
Um, I'd say everybody as a group. I'd say the whole chorus. I couldn't even take one
Uh-huh.
because we were like a eight-headed monster.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's like, which one of your children you want to throw off the roof first? It's like yeah. That's a hard choice.
You
You know
throwing
what I mean?
kids off the roof now?
Yeah. I'm saying that's a hard question. If you were ever asked, which one of your kids you want to throw off the roof? You know?
Yeah, well, you guys had such an iconic run, such a great run, and then out of nowhere things started happening. In your opinion, what is the real reason why In Living Color went off the air prematurely?
Um, I don't know. I don't know. There was it was that was between Keenan and Fox. That was between them and one of the things that I learned getting into this business is you ain't in control of the outcome of
Mm-hmm.
anything that you do when it comes to this business. But the good part is that you get to create your own reality.
Yes.
You get to create your own reality. You know, the deal that was made between me and the comedy god or the creator is that all you got to do is do your best. I'll fill in the rest.
Yes. Doing your best and filling in the rest. That's what you've been doing your entire career. From there, you actually now have a book out about your experience, you know, from the TV show and experience about your life in general. What made you
Yeah, let me show
decide
it
to
to you.
write that book?
Hold on, let me show you the cover.
Living in Color. Yes, sir. Please show us the cover of Living
Yeah,
in Color.
yeah. Bingo.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there it is. Okay.
I
I
love
don't
that
know about
suit you got on
I don't know
too,
about that
man.
glare. I'm trying to kill that glare. There you go.
Yeah,
Ah,
I
Tommy
like that
Davidson living in
suit you
color.
got on and for like the cover of the book. That looks nice, nice on you, man.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. I got to show up. Right. You know what I'm saying?
You right. If I'd have got to interview you in person like we originally were gonna do, I'd have came in there suited and booted, haircut, the whole nine.
Now
But I
don't do all
couldn't.
that.
But
Don't
I
do all that.
couldn't
Don't do all
do
that.
it. I couldn't
Now
do
don't
it
do all
though.
that. I'd thought you was coming from working at the Verizon store, so don't do that.
Nah, I ain't work. I mean, think about it. Reason why a brother got to come correct is because you are a legend. You're a king, you know, and I'm still a young brother trying to get my stuff off the ground.
Hey, it already is. It already is. Three birds are on a log. One decides to fly. How many are left?
Uh-huh.
How many are left? That's the question.
You only got two left.
You got three. He just decided, and action follows that. Then
Oh,
the
actually,
liftoff.
now you
Yeah.
teaching me stuff.
So now you're there. You're already there. You made the decision, but it was followed up by action. It's some cab drivers, and people who drive an Uber that decided they want to be a recording artist or a rapper or a director or something, but they're not following the action behind it. They just
Uh-huh.
decided this is what I'm gonna be, you know?
Yeah, I love how you put that. I'm gonna ask you a couple more questions about it, but let's get back to the book. What
Okay.
made you decide to write the book?
Actually, my sister called me one day and she said, "Why don't you ever talk about mom in your interviews?" And I had to think about that. And when I thought about it, it was something that has been in me since I was a kid. And I realized that I used to be ashamed of her,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and that was still going on in my mind, but there was no use of doing that anymore, you know.
Uh-huh.
And that inspired me to write the book. The title came right to me. I'm
Yes.
living in color because my mom was white, you know, and so I was living in color before In Living Color. It just happened to be the life that was put in front of me.
Yes.
And so I was able to take all of my experiences that led from that point to In Living Color and to now and color it, you
Yes.
know, color it for others. Like take my experience and lay it out in a simple way so that somebody can use that as an index for whatever they're dealing with in life as a parent, you know, a career, job, rent, getting your ass whipped, whips my ass, out of money,
Uh-huh.
having money, you know, clubbing, the clubbing stage, whatever it might be, you know, dealing with insanity of others, dealing with the
Yes.
insanity of yourself, you know, finding balance, losing balance, you know, being black um, versus being human,
Mm-hmm.
you know, living in white world when you from black world.
Yes. Was it hard for you to open up about some of the things that you went through, especially with your mother being a white woman?
No, that was easy. It was hard when I was living it because I was embarrassed when she would come to school because all of a sudden the black kids would, you know, they think I was a punk or something.
Uh-huh.
They'd be like, you know, you ain't really black, you know. I'm like, well, you know, tell the police that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because we the ones getting
Yeah, yeah,
stopped.
yeah, yeah, you know what I mean? So that was really hard. And then the stuff that I had to deal with coming up, you know, we're you know, fighting and all that stuff. But also You know, even with black people, you know,
Uh-huh.
trying to, you know, identify with them and finding that I was doing it in all the wrong ways. I was doing what I thought made me black, you know. So in my neighborhood, we were, you know, it was you can, you know, whip somebody's ass, you know,
Uh-huh.
you can take what you want, do what you want, you know, have no regard for others in that way, you know.
Yes.
And I thought that that was the way to go, you know. Hey, if I got locked up, man, that's a badge of honor. I come out like yo, you know.
Uh-huh.
And that kind of thinking dominated my environment, you know. And it wasn't if it wasn't for the other side of black, which is can't hold it down,
Uh-huh.
strongest thing ever, created astrology, astronomy, architecture, agriculture, numbers, geometry, religion, you know, that side. And that side overwhelms the other side. As a matter of fact, that other side isn't even from black. It's an outgrowth of the African experience, the main one being slavery.
Yes.
So I had to do some transcendence,
Mm-hmm.
not only mentally, but action wise.
Was that a hard thing to do?
Oh yeah, it was a hard thing to do. But once I got on that path, I was good. It wasn't any different than any other racial group that gets to this country.
Yes.
You know, it's just that they had an opportunity to leave those behaviors behind
Mm-hmm.
when they moved to the suburbs after World War II, because they had things to aid them in that growth. Boys Club, 4-H, Boys Town, you know, YMCA.
Yes.
You know, the government put a lot into programs to get their kids out of the street.
When you had a chance to really sit back and examine everything that you had been through from growing up in type of neighborhood that you grew up in
Mm-hmm,
with the
mm-hmm.
kind of family that you basically were adopted into, and to see where you're at now, how much strength did it take for you to overcome all of the adversities that you had to face?
About as much strength as I could muster until I had to lean on greater strength.
Yes.
You know, and that came through knowledge of experience to know that, you know, I can't do anything by myself. You know, but and everything that I do by myself was automatically put there, like a heartbeat and breathing,
Yes.
you know, and sight and hearing, you know, and discernment in my mental outlook, logic, uh, problem solving. But all those things had to be taught to me in the first place, except for the vitals.
Yes.
And that came from that other power. So I started taking a closer look at that. And it was like, you know how you in tug of war and you like, you know, but when you let go, everything feel real good.
Yes.
You know, and the opposition falls too.
Definitely does fall. And you've had a lot of things that you went through that ultimately you would believe somebody would say that you fell from, but you learned from it. You had
Oh
a
yeah.
chance, like you learned from so much, even from
Mm-hmm.
doing things that you probably weren't necessarily proud of, but to
Mm-hmm.
see where you're at now is incredible. And
Thank you.
you've done so many incredible things, and there's no way I can have you on here because I'm a 90s baby. I got hip to you on the Proud Family, but I did my research.
Today, today, where you at?
Oh yeah, definitely. But before I hit
Today,
on,
hold that thought, hold that thought, man,
I got you.
hold that thought, because I want to ask you this. I want to say something to you, dude. All of y'all, look here. Now,
Proud
listen.
Snacks
Oh,
original.
hold on, today. Hold on one second. Trudy, where you at? That's right. Hold on. Whose fingers is that on my shoulder? Trudy!
Since we're on the Proud Family, and
And
it's
we
this,
back.
but to say since we're on the Proud Family, let me go ahead and hit on that right now. I actually got a chance to chop it up with your co-host Paula Parker about a month ago.
Oh, that's my girl.
Love Paula. Paula is one of the funniest people I got a chance to chop it
Oh,
up
she
with.
is really something, ain't she?
Oh yeah, so Paula, if you're watching this, shout out to you. Thank you for giving a brother the interview a month ago. God bless you. I appreciate it. But let me get back to Tommy because I got him right now.
I'll be here for a minute. I'll be here for a minute, man.
Most. Oh yeah, definitely. So how excited? Well, first of all, take me back. Like, what was it like being on the Proud Family when it first started?
Oh, it was for me. It was the ultimate freedom. The producers came to me and said they gave me this picture, right?
Uh
And they said that's Oscar. Where you at?
huh.
And then they said, how do you think he sounds? Oh, well, if he had any sound, he would probably sound like this. Wait a second. Get off my hand. Sugar mama, where that monkey at? And so they were like, that's all you got to do. All you got to do is him.
Yes.
All you got to do is him 100%. And so it was an easy
All you
job
got
for
to do
me.
is just be that guy.
Be that guy. And then I was surrounded with some geniuses, the other people that were in the show. Cedric the Entertainer and all the people, and Alicia Keys. We had all the guest stars. We got all the guest stars, man. We got,
Yes.
Proud Family's packed.
It is. It
Proud
really
Family's
is.
something else, boy.
And I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there. Kyla Pratt was my childhood crush. So if she's watching this, Kyla, call me back. But like I was saying, this is Tommy's segment. I'm gonna stick to like Tommy. So how excited were you once you found out that the Proud Family was coming back?
Oh man, I was so happy. I was so happy because the thing about it is that I watch everything, but when you watch Disney, there's not hardly any black shows
At all.
especially animation. In animation, there's none. Maybe there's the one that's on Fox, the Clevelands,
And they got canceled.
and they're a little bit boring.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it's like but to give you a little insight in that, there's not one black person doing the voices on that. So, duh,
Yeah.
duh, So, but I was very happy that one, Disney took a chance on us, and two, we got to be on Disney.
Yes. And the show is coming back. When is the show coming back?
You know what? As soon as COVID's over. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. But I know that I'm recording them now.
Yes.
I know I'm recording those shows right now as we speak. As we speak, got a little studio set up here, and I'm knocking out those episodes as they're going. And then it's still on the air right now
It
because we do so
is.
many episodes. You may have missed one. We did a lot of them. And even when you watch one over, you're like, I forgot about this joint. Because a lot goes on in that cartoon.
It does. What was your favorite episode? Because my favorite episode is the one where they're talking about Oscar missing the game-winning shot at a championship. I think it was back in high school, and Wizard Kelly
Mm-hmm.
always like teases him about that. So that was my favorite episode. What was yours?
Probably. My favorite episode was from the movie
Yes.
when Chloe outdanced the little peanut dudes. Like that was hot.
Yeah, I think especially because at that time, animated movies on Disney, at least for a TV show, wasn't common. Like they didn't necessarily get films at that particular time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at least from what I could tell. But regardless of it, Proud Family was dope. But of course, we got to take it back to the '90s, and there's no way I can have you on here without bringing up. Even though you were only on this particular show for 2 episodes, people probably still call you the Varnell Man.
The Varnell Man can.
Now, how much fun was that being on Martin?
Great, man. That was the best ever. And a little insight for you. You have to keep it quiet.
I got you.
Me and Martin are doing the Varnell Hill show.
Love it.
Coming at you soon. That's all I'll say.
Hey,
Did you miss me? Did you miss me? Like Varnell Hill would say, did you miss me? Check this out. Who can take the children? Bounce them on the knees. Bounce them on the knees. Sing a melody. Varnell Man can. It looks like God stopped the world so that Varnell can climb back on.
Well, well, Varnell, now that we in 2020, I gotta ask you a question, brother. Do you still got the catfish? Or did you decide to let that go?
Catfish delicious. Catfish delicious. I mean, you reel one of those suckers in, and next thing you know, you're eating. You know what I mean?
Well,
And
do you?
and don't forget the yams and ham.
Well, do you still got the basketball court? Do you got people like Luka Doncic playing basketball, or has LeBron James came out to play basketball?
I just got off the court with LeBron himself. Dig it?
Just
It
got
was
off.
him. It was him and that light skinned boy that can shoot some threes like I
Why the
know.
light skinned boy got to be there? How comes Kyrie Irving can't be there? Why the light skinned brother got to be at the
Hey
house?
man, I don't know. It seems like he's got an attitude.
I had to go back and forth. I had to, man.
And I can't have him and LeBron on the same court. Dig it?
You
Because
can't.
Shorty caught a little L. Shorty caught a little L from what happened.
Yeah, well, speaking about basketball, Joanna Man is now out on Netflix. How much fun was it to be a part of that movie?
Flip Mignon! How do you like it? How do you like it? Flip Mignon! I don't know. How about some scrimps?
Joanna.
Joanna Man! I'm proud, man. I'm proud. I just heard from Genuine.
Yeah, man.
And we like so happy about that. We even talk about doing that again.
Another one.
That would be nice.
Another one. Well, seeing how, things have changed, especially in basketball, what do you think the storyline would be this time if they were to come out with a Joanna Man 2?
You know what? I don't know. But I guess this would be Joanna Man's daughter who really ends up in the league.
That could be it, because Miguel's character and Vivica Fox, they actually ended up getting married. So
Exactly.
that could be an interesting storyline. But will Smokey
Yeah.
Smoke make an appearance?
So if she was really a woman, right?
Yeah, she was.
But like a man in the NBA. These days, that ain't that far fetched. These days, that ain't far
Oh, I
fetched at
think we
all.
lost you for a split second.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
Hello?
Yeah.
I think we lost you.
If she was a woman, you still got me? I'm losing her, man, baby.
Hold on, y'all. We definitely gonna get them. Okay, I think we got you now.
You got me? You got me?
Got you. Okay, got you now.
Yeah, you
Got you.
got me. You got me. Yeah, well, it just makes sense. If there was a woman in the league and you didn't know there was a woman in the league, and this woman was killing them, dunking, left hand, right hand, okay?
I'm
But they thought
listening.
it was a man, or you dig it?
Eh,
These days, that
I
ain't that
can
far
dig you
fetched.
now.
These days, that's not that
No,
far
it's not.
fetched. Got the tattoos, got the short hair, got chicks. There's a lot of girls I know like that now.
Yeah, it's a lot of them like that. I'm gonna just leave that there.
Joanna Man.
Joanna.
That's more like Joanna Man. No.
I can just tell y'all have already been thinking about this. Well, I'm glad that I had the first comment on it here. It's been pretty cool. And I know we gotta hurry up and get up out of here, but with everything that you've done in your career, from In Living Color to the Proud Family to where you're at now, what makes you stay motivated?
Just being able to know the fact that when I put my mind to something, I can achieve it. And if it doesn't happen, it just helps me learn
Yes.
about the next thing. There's no lose. There's no lose.
Yes.
Just trying in the first place and giving it 100% gives you another direction to go.
Yes.
It's like when you're in the video games, you're running, and then you got to get a little bomb, get another machine gun,
Yes.
So no matter what on the journey, you end up with more stuff to help you more with the journey.
To go along with the journey. Well, this
Right.
journey, this journey of life is definitely something that we're all on. But I'm glad that our paths crossed today. If anybody wanted to connect with you or learn more about you, how can they do that?
Um, I would my IG, which is the real Tommy Cat. Okay. And for anybody who's writing scripts or whatever, just this email, TOMMYCAT productions at yahoo.com.
And if you need somebody else to interview you, holla at your boy. Because if you got a couple people that you think would be cool guests on my show, I mean, I'm just throwing it out there. You know,
Mm-hmm.
brother got to go ahead and try it. But regardless of it, this has been an amazing interview, ladies and gentlemen. Tommy Davidson, ladies and
That's
gentlemen.
how we roll.
That's
That's
how
how
we
we
do.
roll.
Tommy, thank you so much. I appreciate you for your time.
You too, man. Thank you, bro.
Yes, sir. Y'all, thank y'all
All
for
right.
watching. God bless. I'll see y'all next time.
That's productions with an S.
Yes, sir.
Look at productions.com with an S.
You said productions.com with an S?
Yeah, productions.
Productions with an S. There we
.com.
go.
Tommy Cat Productions with it, productions.
Productions with an
Yeah,
S.
at yahoo.com.
Last question before I get out of here. And this
Okay.
is just something that I would personally like to, know. So on the episode of Martin, your character had a TV show, and Martin was a guy trying to get his big break. What advice would you give to a young guy like me that's still trying to get his big break?
Know that your break doesn't go any further than 12 tonight. We what we do is we pray for this day your daily bread, not tomorrow. So you just take that bread and you maximize that for the day. You know what I mean?
Maximize it for the day.
Maximize it for the day. Maximize it for the day. This day. That's the advice that I would give. And never take no for an answer. Just know that no means not yet.
I love that. I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna write that down. Maximize this day, daily bread. Ladies and gentlemen, Tommy Davidson, owner Chris Gunther Show. Thank y'all for watching. Tommy, thank you for your time, sir. This was I can't even close this out yet. Oh shit. I'm trying to close, but that was silly. So
I still got my shoulder in there, so I'm ducking out.
So Varnell, will you miss me?
Of course I'll miss you. And the catfish are still in the lake. Okay? The catfish are still in the lake. All right? I heard Drew Hill is getting back together, but they're trying to find a new guy for the lead singer.
Trying to find a new guy for the lead singer. Why don't you go ahead and try it?
A new hair dye.
Oh, a dye. Well, yeah, I can't help.
Yeah, he
I
hasn't
definitely can't help you
decided
with
if he
that
wants
one.
to go with the blonde now. He might go with the deep purple or something.
Deep purple, like
Yeah,
Prince.
Dig it. And the heavyset guy has been doing sit-ups since they had a hit. So I think that might work out. It might.
I dig. I dig.
You dig?
I dig. Tommy Davidson, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time, Tommy.
You got it, man. God bless you, brother, man. Keep going, okay?
Yes, sir. God bless you,
All right.
man. One day I will meet you in person.
Let's do it.
Yes, sir.
Snooky! Thank you, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Tommy. Thank
Signing
you.
out. Thank you, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right.